I'm going to show you guys all the ways that you can get free crystals in Cookie Run Kingdom. There's actually an insane number of ways to get free crystals. So I'm just going to start going through them. If you know one already, that's fine. I'm just going to make sure you guys know of every single way. There are a ton of ways. More than 10, easily. So the first one I'm going to mention is the fountain actually can give you crystals. I only have found crystals starting at a fountain level 4, and it does not give very many, but I'm assuming once you have fountain level 10, if you let it completely fill up, it might actually give a decent amount of crystals. In order to increase the likelihood of getting crystals, you're going to want to let it completely fill out to its max time. That will be the max rewards, most likely to give you crystals. The next thing I'm going to mention is starting at castle level 4, you get the train station. And at the train station, you have to load up goods. It'll go for a certain amount of time. You can have up to 3 trains at higher levels of higher castle levels. The train has a random chance of giving you a bunch of different things, and one of those things is in fact crystals. So make sure you're always setting off your trains whenever possible to get crystals as often as you can. Then the next one is pretty obvious, is quests sometimes will give you crystals. Not all quests give crystals, but there are quests that give crystals, so try to do all your quests. They can lead to quests that give crystals. Another thing that you might not be aware of is under build and decors. So the first few decors will give you gems, but none of the buildings cost gems for some of them, not all of them. Let me show you an example. Would be camping time. You get 50 gems for throwing down these. You can convert coins to gems just one time. It's not many gems, but there's a few more gems for you to get. The later ones, there will be at least one building that uses gems. Like once you get to these ones, there's always at least 1 or 2 buildings that use gems. The later ones, you won't be able to do that trick, but you can get at least like another couple hundred gems, and maybe another gacha pool or something with by doing the decors. Then there are achievements. So up here at the top left, you go to achievements. You can go through here and do achievements. Some are hidden. Some of them, they tell you what they are. Construct landmark, expand your kingdom land 20 times, blah, blah. Every time you do one of these, you get gems. So go here if you haven't already, collect your gems, and you can see if there's anything that's reasonable for you to do to get more gems. Or crystals, I mean, they're called in this game, crystals. Now, the next thing is the actual playing the game, the levels, the world exploration levels. Now, I'm going to go through how this works. I'm sure most of you already know, but in case you missed something here. So when you do a level, you get a 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star when you beat it. 3-star means that you lost none of your cookies. 2 means you lost 1 cookie, and 1 means you lost more than 1 cookie in the battle or whatever. You get a first-time reward for getting a 2 or a 3-star of crystals, and you will get crystals. You'll get crystal for 1, 2, and 3, so you want to get 3 on every one to get all the crystals. That's only a one-time thing, though. You only get that one time. If you go back to a level that you've already gotten 3 stars on, there are no opportunities for crystals. Now, the other thing I want to mention about this is each one of these places that you go to, let's start with the first one. There's like a, I don't know what to call it, but if you get 3 stars on every single level, then you can get bonus gems from here and claim those. So you can get like 700 per, or maybe it increases. Let me see. No, yeah, it's 700 per world map that you clear if you clear it every single level with 3 stars. So for this one, I would need to go back to that and get a 3-star. I would need to go back to that and get a 3-star, go back to that one and get a 3-star. And I think that's it. Yeah, for this one, that's it. And if I went back and I redid each of those and got 3 stars, then I would go ahead and be able to get that last one of 700 crystals. So collectively, that is going to be 300 plus 500, which is 800 plus 700. So 1,500 crystals per world map episode that you clear completely with 3 stars. Next thing I want to mention is the mail. So sometimes there are things like if the servers were down or something and they apologize, they'll send you stuff in the mail. You can go in here and there's a decent chance that you can get some crystals in your mail. I have a lot of things I haven't opened so I could show you, so you can just claim and get crystals. It just depends on what they've sent you, what's happening. So check your mail, make sure you know about that button, you click it, and see if you have any new mail that'll give you crystals or other fun stuff too. And then the other big one, now this is honestly one of the biggest things, is events. Now I'm sure you probably know because there's a big button over here, but events, some of these only last for a certain amount of time. Some of them, like this one, it's every day I get on. First time I get on, I get 30 crystals. And then if I also log on certain times, I get stamina jellies. We got other ones. This one's all about custard cookie, and you can do all these certain things to unlock extra stuff. Some of them may be crystals. I don't know if, yeah, there's some with crystals. Clear 10 of custard cookies missions, get crystals. 30 crystals. Invite friends, invite 10 friends, get crystals. 14 days of gifts every single day I get on. I get insane amounts of stuff. But this one, I'm gonna run out of time. I only got 60 days left, and it's only gonna get to there or whatever. But just check your events. There are an insane amount of opportunities to get crystals from events. Also, World Adventure and Build Your Castle are going. World Adventure especially. As you complete the main story, go to the events, go to World Adventure, and every few stages, it'll let you claim more of these crystals. At beating the whole game, I've added up, but probably gives like 10,000 crystals or something by just going here and claiming those. So that's going to be a gigantic source of crystals for you. That's one time. The ones up here are events that are for a limited time. I'm sure every week or two they'll start a new event that'll give different rewards. So just check here often as you're playing the game, every few days. See if there's a new event, and if there is, see if you can do it to get more crystals. Then the other thing is, every single day you can go here and get a daily gift in the gacha. The daily gift will give you some crystals, and I forget what else. I think it was experience jellies. And then another thing you can do for crystals is you can go to the Tree of Wishes, and every day do your daily reward. So go to these and try to fulfill these wishes. I think you need to do, let me think, 10 plus 10 for the first one, 15 for the next, and 20 for the next. So that's 30, 45. You can do 45 a day. If it's something that you can't reasonably do or something that's just obnoxious, just go ahead and hit refresh, come back in 10 minutes, try to go through these, do all the ones that are reasonable, and then when you are done with the ones that you think, like once you've done all the ones that are reasonable, you think there are no more reasonable ones left, then just hit refresh on them all. So I'd go through, and I don't want to do that one. Okay, and then I just wait 10 more minutes. Repeat that until you've gotten your daily reward every single day. I think you'll get like, I don't know if it's consistent every time what reward you get, but you'll probably get like 50 to 100 crystals a day. I want to say 50 a day, probably on average. I don't remember. Something along those lines. So just do those. Get free crystals every single day that you play the game. And then there is the Kingdom Arena. You can access it from here. You can also access it some other way. I forget where. So in the Kingdom Arena, it's PvP against other players. Every time that you tier up from one tier to the next, you will get a small amount of crystals. So as you progress through the game and get stronger and stronger, then come in here and battle people. Try to pick like the lowest ranked guy or someone who doesn't have all epics, like literally everybody does for some reason. And then you want to battle them. You want to try to tier up. You get, like I said, you get gems every time you tier up. But then also, the higher you get in ranking, the more crystals you will get at the end of a season. This season, I don't remember. Oh, yes, it ends in 22 days right now for me when I made this video, for example. I think they're 30 days each would be my guess. And the higher ranking that you can get to, the more crystals you are going to get in your season rewards. So that's a huge way to get crystals long term if you play the game for like months and months and months. Just try to get as high rank as you can in this, and that will get you a decent amount of extra crystals to get. And then another thing, it just keeps going and going and going. Another thing is Kingdom Pass. If you go to the Kingdom Pass and go to Season Rewards, if you actually buy the Kingdom Pass, then you will get random crystals at different levels of the Season Pass. So there's another 50, and there's 100. So it's not many, but if you were gonna buy if you were already wanting to buy the Kingdom Pass, it's just another reason for you to consider buying it. Then another thing is you go to the shop. Every day in the shop under necessities, I don't know if this is permanent, but I know it was here when I played the game, is every single day in necessities, you get once a day 30 free crystals and 10 of these stamina or experience jellies. But you get 30 free crystals every single day. Might as well grab them. There's no reason not to. Which then brings me to another thing, which is if you're willing to spend real life money, you can go to the shop and you can go through and try to find the best deal. I would recommend, if you have the time, to go through here and actually crunch the numbers and try to figure out what's the best bang for your buck on money. If you actually sit here, there's so many different ways they try to get you to spend money that if you actually sit there and do the math and stuff and see what they have, you might be able to find a better deal for how much money you spend versus how many crystals you get. So, like this one's this one's for here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, this one is $5 for effectively 3,200 crystals. Whereas here you spend $5 and you only get 500 crystals. So you definitely want to be careful when buying things if you're going to spend money, because like I said, you can get better deals if you really think it through and do the math and go, okay, wait, this is how many do I get if I do this, what's the total amount, so on and so forth. You know, like, you can definitely find a better deal. Last thing is, I don't actually know this one because I'm sorry, but I have not completely beat this game yet. I'm tempted to say that the balloon dock can get you crystals, but I have not made it through the game, so I have to actually fully beat each of these places to unlock them. And I mean, I'm tempted to believe that once I get to a later one, who knows which one, but probably especially the last one, I want to assume it's going to give me crystals and a basic reward, especially since I'm at that point, it'll probably take like 6 hours for the balloon dock, but I don't know. I can't confirm that one. I want to say it probably would. And if it does, and if you're later on in the game and you see that it does, then I would recommend setting aside enough cookies to be able to do that as often as you can. As soon as it comes back, set it off again and get more crystals, get more crystals, get more crystals. That is every way that I'm aware of to get crystals in Cookie Run Kingdom. I spent a while poking around trying to look at every single possible way that you can get crystals in this game. And as far as I'm aware, that is literally every single way. I think one other way that I guess I didn't mention is during the story is a one-time thing. You may randomly see treasure chests, and you'll get to those and unlock those. And those maybe have crystals. I don't actually remember, but that is so uncommon one-time thing. It's hardly even worth mentioning, but something, you know, you're going to be doing anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but just something else to mention. But yeah, so that's all I can think of. Hopefully that helps you out if you're trying to find out all the ways to get crystals. You know, you want to do more gacha pulls to get more cookies, and you just, you know, were like, God, how can I get more crystals? Well, hopefully one or more of the ways I mentioned was something that you didn't realize, and hopefully that helps you to get more crystals so that you can have more fun playing the game. But now you know now you know every single possible way to get free crystals in Cookie Run Kingdom.
If this video helped you, consider helping us by subscribing to our channel. Tap this button over here and hit the red subscribe button. Subscriptions help a lot, even if you never watch our videos again. Ha 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 ha!